Here's a joke that I tell the little kids. I'll make a star out of a rubber band, and I'll say, "What did the little star say to the big star?" And they'll say, "What?" And I say, "Excuse me, I have to go twinkle." As a magician, I magish is actually probably a technical term. Do things that most people can't do, but they could. You know, any 10-year-old could do what I do with 20 years of practice. But I've always enjoyed magic. I kind of turned to it for entertainment because I was injured when I was in the service and I wasn't able to do a regular job. I have a lot of headaches and back problems and stuff. And usually that's what you get when you're old. But I had that when I was 18. So that's when I turned to music and learned how to play the ukulele, and now I play quite a few different instruments. Music and sound and magic is really important as well. So when you're performing magic, you'll notice most times that there's music in the background. So you kind of incorporate all the different senses in the magic show. I've made musical instruments appear, made them disappear, but people are the main reason that you get into magic. It's a lot of fun. I remember one time I was doing this restaurant walk around, which is where you approach tables and you do magic, and they can tell that you're a magician because of the tuxedo and all the fancy stuff that you're doing. And I saw this one boy sitting at the opposite side of this restaurant, and he was just excited as could be. So I says, "Well, I can't wait till I get over there to see him." He looked about 8 years old. So I entertained and worked my way over to there. When I got to his table, his head was on the table. You know, he wouldn't even look at me. I says, "Hi, how are you?" And the lady who I thought was his mother said, "You don't have to deal with him, he's deaf." And I thought, what? So I tapped him on the shoulder, and then I signed to him. I said, "Hi, what's your name?" And he was like amazed that I could sign. He signed back to me, and I asked if he believed in magic, and he said yes. So we did magic, and I had the magic happen in his hand, so like he did the magic. So it wasn't me doing the magic, but him, because I would sign, and then I would do magic, then I would sign some more. And when I looked back at the lady was crying, and she says, "I've never ever seen him act like a child before." And it's a very neat community. I've done shows even at the Arizona State School for the Deaf and Blind. Of course, the blind can't see, but then I do things that require a lot of feeling. And then the deaf, I don't do the music for them, but I do the music for the ones that can't. But the Lord's definitely blessed me and given me the ability to make people happy, and it's kind of fun.
Beverly Hillbillies, that's what they call them. Nice folks. Y'all come back.